This is Fernando with Texas United Realty, and today we're going to be focusing on how to generate a CMA report, um, focusing on foreclosures. And so let's go ahead and get started. First, you click on the home within Matrix MLS. Then we're going to select search, single family, quick single family, because we're going to be focusing on foreclosures. Then this particular screen is called the criteria screen. Make sure that the statuses you selected is active. You select option pending, pending continue to show, pending and sold. And sold normally defaults to 0 to 180 days, which is 6 months. Then what we do is over here in this yellow box, we're going to type in the area we would like to focus on to generate the CMA report. So I found an address called 2305 Glade Street in Pearland. Now you can tell that it's been selected, the area, by these red words that say map area selected. Then you scroll down the screen under property characteristics and look at the box called disclosures. And what we're going to do here is, since we're focusing on foreclosures as a CMA, we're going to select corporate listings, which is REOs, bank owned. Then we're going to select foreclosures, which could be HUD homes, and then the last one will be short sales. Short sales are pre-foreclosures, so make sure that those three are selected: short sales, foreclosures, and corporate listings. On a Windows computer, yeah, you have to press the control key and then the mouse, the left mouse. On an iMac computer, you press the command button and the left mouse as well, or the mouse, and make sure those are selected only. And then you select the radio button called OR. That means that you want all three of those. Not the word not, but or, because we're focusing on foreclosures. So at the bottom, you will notice here it says two matches. Let's click on results to look at those. Now, in order to have a successful CMA, you need to have a minimum at least three solds. It can't be two, it can be one, it has to be three. So let's go ahead and do a map of that area. And you notice that the radius button is 25.25 miles in this particular area. And then this little red dot right here, that's the subject property. That's the one where we typed in 2305 Glade. But there's only two sold. So what you can do is you can actually move your mouse, and you notice that on the edge of the circle, it turns into like this little ball. You can drag it outward, and you can start getting more additional properties within that radius. So you can just keep on going. Again, you have to have a minimum of three sold. Now there's three sold here. The indicators, whenever you see a red house icon, that means sold. If you saw a green one, that means it's still active. If you see a orange one, that means that it's pending. But the ones that are red is sold. Now if we go to the results, you will notice now that you have three sold. And that's the requirement for doing a proper CMA. So now once you do that, click on this little square, and this is a toggle switch, and you notice that when you click on it, the bottom here will light up. This is called the command bar. If you turn it off again, it grays it out. So make sure you select that. And then once you're done with that, then you've selected the properties that are going to be on the CMA report. Then all you do is click on Quick CMA. Once you click on Quick CMA, it's going to generate a PDF file for you automatically. And the PDF file will contain, like if we had active properties, it would show active properties as well. Up here, it kind of tells you what the criteria is of the report. This is a single family, all these statuses. It even gives you the range of days, from March 3rd to August 30th. And remember when you selected the 180 days, that's what they're talking about here. And then you notice that it also says that these are corporate listings, foreclosures, and short sales. Um, the most important thing on this report, or primary thing, is these quick statistics. And the thing that you're really looking at is the sold price. So you look at minimum, which is in this particular area is 178,210. Maximum is 213,050, and then you have average, which is 199. Another thing that you should look at is the sold price per square foot. Sold price per square foot, again, it contains minimum of 73.79, max 105.78, and then the average 89.39. The way I like to look at these columns is kind of similar to the Kelly Blue Book, like when you're buying a used car, the max being that, it may have upgrades or it might be fully loaded with, granite countertops and what have you. Of course, these are foreclosures, so you can't really think that way sometimes, but at least the max, that it's a better looking house. And then the average, it's just a mediocre, and then minimum, of course, being the worst. Kelly Blue Book is kind of like similarities where you have excellent condition, and then the average is good condition, and then the minimum is fair condition. Another thing that I like to look at in the CMA reports is the list price versus the sold price columns. You see the list price here for this particular 2305 Glade Street. They asked for 196,900. It was CDOM, means cumulative days on the market. How many days was it on the market? 7 days. They closed on March 27th of this year, 2018. And then the sold price is what they got, which is 178,210. And then the sold price per list price percentage, it just means that they got less. Usually you want it to be 100%, meaning that you were asking for 196, so you got 186. But in this particular case, they got less, so it got only 90%. There's another one here, 184,900. This one took 269 days. Um, closed on 7/16/18, and they actually got a higher price than what they were asking for, which is 205. Usually, those are indicators. Whenever there's a higher price, usually those are indicators that the um, the buyer asked for seller contribution, or they needed seller contribution and they increased the price. And so this one they got 111. And then the last one here is they were asking for list price of 203 and they got 213, which is again similar to what I just said about that the seller was asking for seller contribution probably, and they asked to increase the price in order to get that. And that's pretty much it. That's really how to do a quick CMA. I hope it works out for you. And again, my name is Fernando with Texas United Realty. Thank you.